Joining me right now, Gordon Chang. He's the author of Nuclear Showdown and the Coming Collapse of China. Boy, we've got a lot to talk about here today. But let me start actually with Venezuela and the significance of Josh Holt being back home in America right now. What does that tell you?
Well, this is the second time this month that President Trump has secured the release of Americans. And I don't think that's a coincidence. I think the bad actors around the world have taken one look at this president and said he's really regained his footing, and now's not the time to mess with the United States of America.
So that's a big deal. I mean, everything that he's doing right now may be, in fact, a little bit calculated for that world stage, given that we've got these negotiations going on with North Korea. Do you think this summit's going to happen?
Yeah, I think so. The North Koreans need this summit. They need sanctions relief. They certainly don't want the United States to take out their nuke and their missile facilities. And Kim wants legitimization, of course, meeting President Trump. And also, he needs a counterweight to the Chinese. The United States has no territorial designs on the Korean peninsula. And the Chinese, you know, they've had a really rough relationship with the Koreans for 2 millennia. So I think Kim really wants to meet Trump. And we saw that on Thursday when, you know, the president cancels the summit. And within hours, the North Koreans come out with this string of unusually conciliatory messages and saying, we even will go for the Trump formula on denuclearization. This is really quite stunning.
So why did they pull what they did? I mean, why did they have so many aggressive statements in the days before that led us to have to say, OK, guys, enough?
Well, I think there are a number of factors, but the most important one is that the Chinese were really starting to say to the Koreans, especially after that second summit on the 7th and 8th of this month, where Kim went to China 2 times in a row. I think the Chinese basically said, look, pull back. You don't have to deal with the Americans because we Chinese are going to support your economy. And we saw in the first 2 weeks of this month, the price of gas and diesel in the northern part of North Korea fell dramatically. And the only reason that could have happened is because the Chinese are pumping much more oil through the Friendship pipeline.
And I also heard that the coal trade may have been resumed as well, where the North Koreans are able to send the Chinese coal. Well, in that case, they're in violation of the sanctions that they signed up to with us.
For about 3 months now, maybe 2.5, there's been really blatant Chinese sanctions busting. And it's a number of things. It's North Korean workers are now back in China. It's Chinese investment into North Korea. There's all those gifts that Xi Jinping gave to Kim at the end of March at their summit. That's a violation of UN sanctions. And the worst thing about this, Trish, is not only that the Chinese violated the sanctions by giving all those luxury items, they photographed it and they were saying, look, we're violating sanctions, U.S. What you going to do about it?
Yeah, well, we can do something. Believe me, we can do a whole lot about it. You know, and don't forget, and I know you've talked about this a lot, and I appreciate this because you and I are simpatico on this one. We have economic leverage. So before we start, you know, sending troops, we ought to be doing everything economically we possibly can with China to influence what they're doing with North Korea.
Yeah,
and by that I mean?
We hold all the high cards. For instance, we can, declare 4 of the biggest Chinese banks to be primary money laundering concerns. Used to be just Bank of China. Now there's evidence coming out that the 3 others of the big 4 have also been handling North Korea's money.
Bank of China, which, by the way, is in operation right down there. I mean, it's closed today because it's Sunday, but it's in operation right over there on Madison.
40th and 6th Avenue, 8 blocks from here. So we can do that. We also, you know, we got ZTE, that Chinese embattled telecom manufacturer. It's got a death sentence right now from the Trump administration, and the Chinese need relief from that. There's all sorts of things.
But we're letting it exist, Gordon. I was a little surprised by that because it feels like a little mixed signal.
Yeah, and I wouldn't do that because, you know, people are saying, well, look, the ZTE deal that the president has negotiated is a good one. But the point is, this is not an issue of whether it's a good deal or not for us or them. The point is the Chinese have made this an issue of political will by saying you have to give relief to ZTE. And so any deal, so no deal, no matter how good, is a good deal. We need to show China that we have political will and that we will not allow them to mess with Iran sanctions, North Korea sanctions, you name it.
Okay, so maybe not trade so much. Or
not
maybe,
trade so much?
You know, I mean, the whole trade thing is a whole other conversation because the idea that they're like, okay, we're going to knock our 25% tariffs down to 15% on cars.
That makes no difference.
Doesn't do it.
That tariff has to go down to what our tariff is on Chinese cars coming into the U.S.
2.5%.
2.5%.
Or how about 0 for everyone? I take that.
0 for everyone.
All right, Gordon, it's good to see you. Thank you. There's
Thanks,
a lot we can do and we should do, but it's going in the right direction.
Absolutely.
All right, good. Gordon Chang.